Yes, yes, you read that right. Reasons not to buy the car that I've been talking about buying for the last year. It'll make sense in a little bit. So let's dive into this video. So, not everybody made it to the front of the line for the upcoming Ford Lightning. And for those people, there's actually a couple good reasons to maybe wait for future year models. And in fact, quite a few. As much as I love and still plan on buying this Lightning as soon as possible, there's a lot of features it's missing. So I figured let's take some time to look at what might be cool to see in 2025 when they actually redo the whole thing. But not only that, just even in the next few years, we can see a lot of these upgrades that would just make this vehicle perfect. So also, what am I making this video so people will withdraw their orders and then we can all skip to the front of the line? I'll never tell. I'm probably going to edit that out. So reason number one has to do with charging. So if you're not aware, the peak charging speed as advertised right now on the Lightning is only about 150 kilowatt hours. And while that's actually kind of plenty fast, like when I charge my Tesla, for instance, most of the chargers are set to that because of either constraints at even like the 300 watt rated chargers. I usually end up getting only like 150, maybe 170 on a good day. And it's pretty fast. On one end, for most people, it's kind of okay. You'll live just fine with that speed. But in the ideal world, if you're traveling, you're doing long distance, and you're making a long trip and you want to pull over, you want to charge as fast as you can. And with all the competition saying that they'll be able to do 300, like the Kia EV6 and the Rivian, which has also announced that they're going to, via software, unlock it to charge faster. The Hummer EV is supposed to be able to, although in videos people haven't seen it yet. Just all the competition, also the Silverado is supposed to also be able to do that. So with all the competition being able to charge faster, Ford is going to have to step it up. The good news is maybe they do something like Rivian where in software they can unlock faster speeds later. It really depends on if the tech's already there or not. So we'll live to see that if it comes in future models or maybe even in a software update down the road. But right now it's low and I'd like to see that change. Two, I know you'll all hear me loud and clear on this one, and it's being able to customize your build. So right now, if you're unaware or new to the Ford Lightning, there's basically 8 or 9 vehicles that like fully customized, like 8 or 9 options really. So Ford prices it out, and basically to get any one feature, you have to buy like a bundle or a package, which is nothing new to to pricing vehicles, but it's very limited on the Lightning to the fact where like every upgrade is a minimum of 10K to 20K in price. So you don't just go up trim levels. You have to like add a whole $10,000 package just to get like 4 features. And it's a pain. And there's so many of us who want to like be able to make our perfect vehicle without having to spend so much extra money. So I'd really like to see Ford change that sooner the better. So that is something, for instance, that could even happen as soon as 2023 when those orders begin. I won't jinx it because we'll see. 3, I'm going to wrap into 2. So this is more of a 2.5, but for 3, color options and being able to customize what truck you have. Now, the color options could happen overnight, which is great. I mean, I just watched a video on the new Everglade Bronco that has this awesome, like, cactus gray, but like a little lighter, and it's just like really cool. There's so many other Ford colors that I would love to see being featured on the Ford Lightning. Not that there's not a pretty large array of colors, it's just that they're all basic. And to be honest, like I kind of want a color that's new, like they're doing on the Maverick or the Bronco. Like those all have like these new cool color options, whereas the F-150 Lightning kind of only has like standard Ford colors. Like there's really nothing exotic. So I would like to see that. And then, as I said, this is 2.5/3. The other part is, well, I'd like to see different bed length options or crew cab configurations. So right now you can only get one length bed/cab option. So I know there's so many people who want to go full work truck mode, just have the front seat and a 6-foot bed or whatever. So many people have like even commented on my video saying, hey, why doesn't Ford do that? I don't know. Well, I do know. It's because that would involve just so much more production. Like, we're lucky that we're getting what we have now because they're just like so tiptoeing into this launch. So that one might even be past 2025 before we see different bed lengths and everything. But it's worth waiting if that's what you want for your perfect EV truck. Now, number 4 is about range, which I could see going either way. I've personally decided to cope, and I think I could totally live with the 230 rated range. In my daily life, I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm not really hauling. I'm just loading up stuff, so I'll be fine. But at the same time, I would love that peace of mind that some of these other manufacturers are kind of advertising, especially if you look at Chevy, the Silverado, and the Hummer EV advertising around 400 or in that range. That would just be, and while I'm on the subject, the Ram, which is supposed to have 500. Now, if you're waiting, there'll be more competition, which means Ford will have no choice but to boost up these numbers. And then, well, you'll have more range. So that's another good reason to wait. If you are hesitant about this, if you are towing at all, there's no way you can get away with this standard battery unless you love waiting at superchargers. So the extended, yeah, you could probably make it work for most trips that aren't too long. But man, if you got a heavy load, you might be wanting to wait until, I don't even know, maybe at least 2025 before you're buying an electric truck. If you feel differently, or again, if you don't mind charging, I guess that kind of goes back to my number 1 is like, if you're towing, you're probably going to want faster charging, especially because the battery's probably going to die a lot sooner. You're going to suck it out with your load. So suck it out with your load. Edit that out too. But one thing's for sure, the range will improve over time. Even just over-the-air software, they can find better ways to make the batteries and the vehicle more efficient. And in an update, you could get 10 more miles of range or something. Like, that could totally happen any day. So it's just inevitable that the range will go up if you wait. How long you wait, that's to be seen. And now number 5, and the way I'll end this video is, aren't you sick of dealing with dealers? Well, if you wait long enough, hopefully Ford's Model E branch will have been fully launched. This is something I'm extremely excited for. If you're new to this news, Ford has announced that they're branching off the electric sales versus the ICE sales with a new sub-company called Ford Model E. And what this is rumored to bring, which we could only assume, is a more online buying experience where we change dealerships to service centers, and you can hopefully cut out these pesky people trying to upcharge you, trying to make you buy stuff you don't want, trying to take your down payment and then saying bye, also here's you owe us an extra 10K now, and just all the other things that come along with that, the stress, the pain, the hours and hours of sitting waiting while they go talk to their manager. Man, wouldn't it be great to just order online? So hopefully, if you wait long enough, Ford will have that launch sooner than later. Obviously, we don't know the timeline for this. I've tried to do some digging, but it's just an announcement right now. However, my guess is, especially when we get to that 2025 edition of the Ford Lightning, well, that'll be the time that they flip the switch, and man, we're going to be in the future of that, and then I can't wait. And maybe the answer here is, well, you buy this one now and then you upgrade later. If you have that luxury, then there's your answer. And with that, I'm out of reasons. So if none of those piqued your interest, well, I guess you can join me in line and we'll all order together still. So no need to withdraw your reservation, and you keep trucking on. Hey, trucking. Yeah. Okay. I'm out, and I didn't even beg you guys to subscribe to this channel in this video. But, while I'm mentioning it, it wouldn't hurt. And in fact, I would say thank you. Thank you. All right, guys, I'm out. Bye.